Hey, what's up? I'm glad you made it here. This is Roder MMA Bet, and this is arguably the most comprehensive and profitable betting channel advice for MMA fights in YouTube. I have been betting MMA and the UFC for 8 plus years with consistent results, and that's what you're gonna be getting here. This is a quick intro, and you're gonna be seeing soon the results tracking I'm referring to, the fights breakdown, and how I'm betting the card. Feel free to leverage my strategy, but take it with a grain of salt, as this is your money on the line. If you like this idea, you like what I'm doing here, subscribe to this channel and share with your friends. Enjoy the analysis, let me know your thoughts on the comments sections down below, and good luck with your bets. This video will be covering UFC Vegas 17, Thompson versus Neal. Guys, if you're familiar to my channel, you know how to use this spreadsheet to your best interest, and you know what these color codes, those percentages and everything is, and you may use this to your best interest if you trust me from my previous analysis. If you have never seen this, I will just real quick be showing both the results that I'm having. Guys, I've simplified this a little bit. Basically, from the start of this channel, I have already, with 100% money that I started, I bet 3 times that, right? Of course, money was coming back, so I didn't need to cash in more, and it came back to me for 402%. So I am my ROI, my return of investment, is nearly 66%. If I'm summing everything that's happening each event, then I have nearly 400% profit. All right, from 30 events, this is the profit. This is average per event. This is average per month of profit, and this is just a simple chart. If you'd like to hear more about this, drop me a message and search for my contact in the about of this channel. Drop me an email that I will connect you to my VIP group. All right, guys. So I'll be breaking down the main card for this event, and I'll be explaining in the end how I'm betting this card from the event, the fights that I'm covering, and I'll be starting off with Alex Morono versus Pettis. Guys, I'll try to go quite compact in all of these fights, so this video doesn't become long, but feel free to to stop these videos and read my comments there. I think they're worth your time. So Alex Morono versus Pettis. Guys, basically I'm honestly I'm back and forth here. Pettis, I can tell that he's the not way more talented, I can say significantly more talented fighter. He's the better at kickboxing technically. He has a great advantage on the BJJ, especially when he attacks with submission from his back. From the top, I can argue also he has a good advantage. But the thing that Pettis, he has these great moments of these great moments, this flash of greatness, but he's not too much consistent in my opinion. He brings not bad game plans, but his execution is not the best. Also, his styles, it's not those styles that win the fights decisively. He likes to sit back, he likes to counter, to search for his opportunities. He's not the most busy strike ever. He can, when he's on the counter foot, he does a pretty good job. He hits angles pretty nicely. Also on the front foot, he can fight on the front foot. He adopts a more like a standard Thai style, which he can go effectively, but again, it's not that he's wow, when he's really dominating fights or something. So he always finds himself in a close fight if he can't finish the guys. Alex Morono, on the other hand, he's more like a, he's a tough guy. He's like I can say he's more like a basic fighter. He likes to hook a lot, but he has also good footwork. When on the back foot, he also hits angle pretty nicely. His hands are up. The chin is quite up, but the hands are up too. So he blocks shots pretty well. And he can kick a little bit, but his kicks doesn't have near the same impact as Pettis. Now, the way I see this, guys, I think it's nearly a pick and fight, honestly. And despite the fact that Morono is behind on technique, he has way more volume than Pettis. He can win this fight basically just by being more active. Because like I said, Pettis doesn't have the most effective style. Alex Morono can do a little bit of everything. He can clinch a little bit. He tries eventually to shoot. And actually, this is an interesting thing here. If Alex Morono gonna shoot on Pettis, he's gonna probably get submitted, So he can do that, maybe he wants to prove a point that he has BJJ or something, gonna get caught and end up losing the fight. So again, I'm back and forth here, but I think at the end, with Morono being more active, he can win this fight. I'm picking Morono by decision, and also taking a small bet on Morono, like a straight bet, but I'm more interested in betting Morono by decision, right? Now, if you like Pettis, my recommendation here is that you wait for a live bet, because he can lose the first round and he can come on top on the second or the third. He can win by submission or TKO, So Pettis is the more talented guy, like I said, but To me, he's not consistent enough, so that's why I'm picking Morono. All right, maybe to surprise of many. Greg Hardy versus Marcin Tybura. Man, the Prince of War guy. Man, you guys know this guy, right? He calls himself a physical monster. He is that, you know. The guy is super tall, explosive, you know, fast. He's also committed to his MMA career, so don't think that he's just like a super athletic guy. He's improving a lot. He's doing a pretty good job with his hands, you know. He's now throwing good straight punches. He's timing better. He's using his power at better times, not just exploding crazy. He's sort of pacing himself. So he's evolving, you know, and he's committed to his career, which is very good, you know. The problem that I have with Greg Hardy is his cardio, you know. He has this asthma, I don't know how to pronounce that, so you guys can help me here. So asthma, probably. So he's this is the problem of this guy, really, honestly. But on the other hand, Marcin Tybura, he's like a good fighter, good overall game. He can clinch, he can wrestle, he has not bad hands, he kicks pretty well. But to me, not much things are impressive about Tybura. He also has the styles that he always finds himself in close fights, you know. I think that this guy is also very experienced, you know, so you can never rule Marcin Tybura out. But in this case, I'll be going with Hardy. I think if Tybura tries to, you know, bang with him, he's gonna get caught, and I think Hardy has more than enough power to put Tybura out. And yeah, that's my prediction for this fight. It's Hardy by TKO. Now, in terms of bet, if you like Tybura, I would say again, wait for a live bet. If Tybura survives the first round, he may come on top on the second, on the third. Tybura by decision is not a bad bet either, you know, so I'm also looking for Hardy by TKO if I can get him at plus 300, or by decision even, you know, because Hardy can also win, you know, hurt Tybura eventually, not finish him, you know, and basically edge him on decision is also very possible, you know. But so either of these guys by decision, the plus 500 range is a good bet in my opinion, or Tybura live bet, or go with Hardy straight bet and parlays it. That's what I'm doing with Greg Hardy. All right, Marlon Moraes versus Rob Font. Very interesting fight, guys. I'm back and forth on this one. To me, it's a very close fight. I don't know how to call this. It's really tough. Both of these guys are super talented, you know. Moraes, complete fighter, hits angle very nicely. That switch kick is legendary, as Joe Rogan likes to put it. It's fast and it's accurate. It's you know, he times it really well. So he's a great kicker. Marlon Moraes, he can go for calf kicks to the legs. He also throws very accurate hooks. You know, he hits angle to come. He can shoot. He can clinch on the ground. He has nasty submissions. You know, he's very quick with the leg locks and whatnot. You know, Rob Font, on the other hand, quite big guy for the division, very long, you know, always very fit and ready for the fight. Great jabs, you know, the guy really throws a lot of jabs. This is his thing. He can also throw a right hand behind it. He also becoming way better with his kicks, you know, he's doing pretty good job of kicking in the body with push kicks, with tip kicks, you know. Also, his takedown defense improved a lot, which is a big factor in this fight, you know, even though Marlon Moraes is not the most, you know, active wrestler. He can wrestle, but I think Rob Font has enough takedown defense to stuff this. So, guys, I really don't know how to call this fight. It's a very tough fight to call. I'm feeling like Moraes may have the edge because he has more tools, but I totally can see Rob Font being able to out-jab him, landing right hands behind it, hurting Marlon Moraes. Moraes trying to come back, not being able, because Rob Font is very disciplined, and, you know, he controls his range pretty well, you know. Yeah, that maybe the reason why I'm picking Moraes is because Rob Font eventually he makes some mistakes. He makes some mistakes like you know, he gives some opportunity. He kind of, you know, crashes some distance, so he can give those opportunities to Moraes. And Moraes is such a veteran, you know, such a great fighter. So again, back and forth here. My pick will be Moraes, but I would like either of these guys by decision. And if it's gonna be by TKO, I'm feeling like Font has more chances of the TKO. But also, if you like Moraes, take a look on the prop bet by TKO as well. I didn't put it here, but I think at the plus 600 or 700, it's a good bet on Moraes by TKO, even though Rob Font is a very tough guy, has never been finished. Michel Pereira versus Khaos Williams. Guys, another interesting fight. You know, Khaos is coming as a, you know, a hot prospect. The guy is young. That power that he has is really scary. When he explodes, he can put out anyone in the welterweight division. What else can I say? Yeah, this is basically the thing about Khaos, you know. The problem that I have so far is that I haven't seen much from Khaos. I have seen this great power, I have seen this 1 minute fights, you know, But my question is how he's gonna do if he doesn't finish the guy on the first round, and I think he's gonna somehow wear himself out. I don't think he's gonna be able to pace himself too much, and I think he throws quite wide shots. You know, the shots comes more straight and more powerful in the beginning, but afterwards I think he comes with more wide shots. He may lose his energy here. And I see Michel Pereira, a guy that is also very big. He's a very tough guy. You know, he has a strong chin, even though he has been finished before. But he's a strong chin. The problem of Pereira is that he used it to be too playful in the octagon. You know, the guy is sort of making this acrobatic stuff, using all his energy on this kind of things. But I think he learned how to pace himself. He saw that if he doesn't fight well, he's not gonna actually, you know, have a long career in the UFC. So he's pacing himself. He's fighting better. And in this fight, I think if he survives, basically he can come on top. You know, I see Khaos getting tired, and I see Pereira being able even to out wrestle Khaos, get him to the ground. He can even finish Khaos, you know, because I think if Khaos gets tired, Pereira can take his back and whatnot, you know. So to me, it's Pereira. I'm taking by decision because I think Khaos is a tough guy. Also, maybe he's not gonna be able to. He's gonna survive if he gets super tired. And in terms of bets, you know, Khaos by TKO, I think it's nearly impossible to get like plus 400. By decision, Khaos, you can maybe gonna find plus 600. Pereira is a live bet. I think it's a good one because he can very likely lose the first round and come on top. And Pereira by decision at plus 400 or by submission plus 600. All right, Jose Aldo versus Marlon Vera. Interesting fight, guys. The lines are interesting now, in my opinion. You know, I see Aldo, a guy that was at his prime like 4 years ago. You know, he's on a decline. I think it's difficult to negate that, to deny that. Sorry. So he's still a tough guy. You know, don't get me wrong. This guy is a really legit champion, maybe former champion, right? Maybe the best featherweight of all time. So this guy was for real, you know, he's still coming to fight, you know, don't get me wrong. I think he's gonna try to bang with Vera, but he doesn't have the same reflexes. The power on the kicks are not the same. The hands are still coming a little bit, but it's nothing like too impressive. He's getting tired even more, you know. In the bantamweight division, he had a good fight against Marlon Moraes, but then in the last fight was quite disappointing, in my opinion. So I think Marlon Vera is the better, you know, at this point of his career, is the better fighter here. And he hasn't been battled so much. He still has his chin with him. And yeah, basically Marlon Vera also has the momentum. You know, this guy is young. He's a very tough fighter. You know, he's a very talented fighter, quite big and long guy for the division. Very skilled all around. He can, you know, go for combinations with the boxing. Has a nasty liver shot. Can go kicks. Good kicker, you know, especially to the head. He can, his wrestling is okay, but in terms of grappling, he's a very good grappler, great triangles, great leg locks. So this guy is complete as well, you know. And the problem of Vera, the only problem that I have with him is he starts totally slow, you know, he always starts slow. So he kind of takes off the first round. He's been criticized for that. I think he may try to change in this fight, let's see. But either way, even if he starts slow, I think it's not a bad thing because although he tends to explode in the first, then he slows down from the second and the third. And on the third, I see Vera coming very strong. So that's why I'm picking Vera to finish Jose Aldo on the round 3. In terms of betting, Vera by live bet would be maybe a great bet because, like I said, he may lose the first round, and I'm most certain that he's gonna come on top after that. So Vera on the round 3. If you can get a prop bet big like this, which I think you can. And I'm also taking a straight bet on Vera. Alright. Stephen Thompson versus Geoff Neal in the main event. Great fight, guys. Very tough fight to call again. This is a great matchup. Thompson, big guy, you know, long, great kicker, you know, has the side stance. He's always hopping in and out. Likes to keep guys off with the side kicks, with the side kicks, yeah, mostly to the face. Eventually he throws. He can also throw to the body to push guys out. He can also switch to a head kick, very powerful. Great left hooks, great straight jabs. You know, this guy is also very quick. You know, and he's not easy to take down as well. You know, he's a big guy. He has long legs. He's also trained a lot takedown defense, so he's pretty good there. Geoff Neal, on the other hand, coming out with the momentum behind, younger guy. The problem, one thing of Thompson is that he's 37. You know, he's still, you know, fighting very well, and actually his last fight was pretty impressive. But still, he's 37, so let's watch for that. But Geoff Neal, on the other hand, on the other side, he's he's a young guy coming forward, you know, has lots of momentum behind him. He's got good boxing, you know, he has natural power, and he likes to moving his head, hitting some angles. He likes to throw straight shots in combination. He's got decent wrestling, you know, he times quite well his double leg from the top. He can do damage, he can also control a little bit. Guys, I'm honestly back and forth here. I had Thompson, then I had Neal, then I had Thompson again. Now I'm going with Neal in the end. I'm gonna be picking by TKO because I'm not that confident on Thompson's chin. I think that KO against Pettis was pretty disappointing, you know, so I'm afraid that it can happen again. I think Neal gonna be able to avoid some of those kicks, you know, and get inside and throw some straight shots that can hurt Thompson. So I'm predicting that, but I'm not that confident. Obviously, Thompson can, you know, go make the other way around. Neal can just not pass that range, which has a great chance to happen. So again, I think it's a tough fight to call. I'm back and forth here, but I'll be going with Neal. The only thing of Neal is that he's not the biggest guy, you know, doesn't have that big reach. You know, his style is like a MMA fighter where he likes to box and to wrestle, you know. But he doesn't have much wrestling in this fight because Thompson is so difficult to take down. And in the boxing, it's gonna be the let's say the MMA boxer versus the kickboxer, you know. So it's an interesting matchup, guys. I hope you're enjoying this video. And if you, sorry about this noise. If you do, please like, subscribe. And just to wrap up this fights that we covered. And by the way, this is a great bet to bet the dogs, in my opinion. So let's go through those that we covered. I'm gonna be betting Morono. I'm waiting for him to get at plus 200, and I'll be putting 2% of my money on him. I like actually a prop bet on the decision better, but I'll keep this one for you guys to know what I'm doing and to keep track of these results. Stephen Thompson versus Geoff Neal. I'm not betting either of these guys, but I'm picking the dog. Aldo versus Marlon Vera. I'm betting Vera quite confidently, 2.5% of my money. I was almost putting this into a median, you know, confidence, but I'll be keeping low. Let's see how this goes. But yeah, I think it's a interesting fight to bet. Moraes versus Font. I'm not betting either of these guys. I may like Rob Font at plus 150. I think it would be very interesting. Antonio, this we didn't cover. Michel Pereira versus Khaos Williams. I would be like to wait until Pereira climbs to plus money. I would be considering a bet on Pereira if he does. So as of now, no bet, but I'm picking Pereira. Then we have Greg Hardy versus Marcin Tybura. I'm picking and betting Hardy. I got him at plus 100, so I'm throwing 1.5% of my money on him. Not too confident because of the cardio, like I said, and because of Tybura's experience. But I think it's an interesting fight here. Actually, guys, I'll be changing MarlonVera to a medium one, okay? So you guys can feel that how confident I am about MarlonVera against Jose Aldo. Alright, guys, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, again, subscribe. If you're interested in that VIP list, search for my email in the about of this channel. I think it's gonna be a good experience for those interested. This is like tailored discussions on top of all of these and to your best interests. Alright, guys, that's it for this video. If you like let me know. And again, this is Rodder My Bet, bringing the best, most consistent and transparent betting strategy for you.